And we are back again. It's your friendly neighborhood film watchers. We are Franklin Football. I'm your humble host, Brandon, and I got my man, Honey Grand. Set it off, Chris, with me. Chris, you was a little sick earlier in the week, brother. How you feeling, man? You feeling better?
Yeah, man. It's kind of like father time. Every now and then, creep up on your boy, and then had to take care of mama. You had to get a rain check on for the queen, for our number one fan. Shout out to her. I wanted to give her a salute. Thank her, man, for giving you your time. And so, man, it's Thursday, man. We were going to talk about last week. Really, it's pretty much done and gone. Now we're talking about Sunday night, Cowboys versus the Vikings.
Yeah, Chris, we live right now. It's a game on right now. The Patriots Bills.
Yeah.
But I ain't worried about them, Chris. I ain't a fan of neither one of those teams. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, if everything fall all right our way, we probably gonna see one of them two teams if we get to our ultimate goal. But I mean, a lot gonna have to fall right our way for that to happen.
A lot of hopes and prayers, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of stuff we throwing up.
But Chris, the Cowboys got another primetime game coming up. And on all of our games left are primetime games, by the way.
Amen.
This time against the Minnesota Vikings, who are just coming off a shellacking of the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, they took those boys behind the. When you don't score any points in the NFL, I mean, it's not even designed for that to happen. Most point spreads are no more than, unless it's a totally lopsided team, maybe 7 to 9 points. But when you don't score any points in the NFL, that's really showing a lack of creativity and a lot of things going wrong. So, the Vikings had a great day. They had a chance to thump the old Commanders and throw a lot of stuff up in the air over there. But they get to come to Dallas, which is where the Cowboys like to play. If I'm not mistaken, of their 6 wins this year, in their tie, they've all been at home.
Yeah.
So you got some things cooking this way. We were talking back screen, man. Let's go. How you want to go? You want to go their offense, their defense? Where you want to go, buddy?
Let's talk about their defense and how it matches up against the Cowboys offense first. Because if you want to talk about the dynamic of each of these teams, that's the strength against the strength. Okay. The Cowboys' strength is in our ability to score points, push the ball down the field, right? And the Vikings' strength this year has been their defense.
Right.
So, Chris, I think that this is going to be a game where Brian Schottenheimer has to win against Brian Flores. This is the battle of the Bryans.
Right. Okay. That's true. I mean, this is classic because I have a lot of respect for Brian Flores. I think he's one of the very dynamic defensive minds in the NFL. Him being a defensive coordinator is only because he sued the league. He should be a head coach in this league, but he's still working and he's doing his thing. But his defenses haven't been over dynamic, this year. They've been able to score on this year.
Yeah, they have. So when we were talking, but behind the scenes, we went over the Vikings scores and how teams are able to put points on them, right?
Right.
With the exception of 4 games this year, the Vikings have allowed 20 plus points every week.
Right.
And the only teams that couldn't hang 20 on them was, teams that didn't have a lot of hope at that point in time. The Bengals without Joe Burrow. The
Absolutely.
Browns. Washington, with Jaden Daniels hurt.
Right.
And now I'll say this one was impressive when they played the Bears the second time.
Right.
The Bears, being a very good team, managed to only put up 19 points against them.
Got it. So they kind of had a chance to see him a second time seeing them, they will put some things together. So that's the one thing that I worry about. I think we were talking again. They've got the 11th ranked defensive line. So going into this thing, you're worrying about how our offensive line, who got pushed around against the Lions last week, how they're going to compare and compete this week. My biggest concern is at the tackle position. You're going to have Tyler Guyton out again for another week.
Possibly.
Possibly.
It's only Thursday right now, but he hasn't practiced yet this week. He's done all rehab work, resistance band stuff, all off to the side, but he hasn't logged a practice with the team yet this week.
Okay, so that puts a little doubt in my mind. I'm going to have Nate Thomas, so he's going to have to be able to step up, and I've got to be able to kind of control tempo and run the football on this football team to have an opportunity to get the situations the way I want to. So my guy to look at this week definitely is Nate Thomas and the defensive line. I mean the offensive line against their defensive line.
Absolutely, I agree. But I think that the strength of the Vikings line is all on one side. That combination of Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave causes a lot of terror up front. That's how they were able to do Washington so bad. Javon Hargrave had a field day.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Jonathan Allen is, even though he's not the young Jonathan Allen that came out of Alabama, he's kind of a little bit longer in the tooth, as we would say, for football players. He's still a force. So if Hargraves can be able to do the different things he can do, but I think he's going to strength against strength because our inside guys, we're going to need a really good game from our guard center guard combo this week. I don't think they can beat you outside. I think they want to keep pressure up front. So being able to run is going to be huge. This is going to be I think it's kind of like it was last year. Last week when dealing with DJ Reader and dealing with those guys on the inside, I think we're going to have to get some push inside to get the running game going and kind of be able to dictate the flow of the game the way we want to. We want to be able to keep it more down and distance, not having to be in 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 7s a lot like we were last week. So it's going to be definitely important for us to be able to run the ball and be effective in doing that.
And I think that, sure, a lot of coaches may not be the best. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these defensive coordinators might not be the best, but they know how to find the scrub on a defense. On offense. Aiden Hutchinson, if you remember, he usually played on the right side. He played a lot, lined up opposite Nate Thomas last week. So I think that if you give a coach the opportunity to find that weak cog in the machine, they'll take advantage of it. So
that's true. But it wasn't Hutchinson that killed us last week. It was Muhammad that killed us last week. He had 3 sacks. I mean, we're gonna mess around we're gonna mess around and get him an opportunity to get to the Pro Bowl. Or at least be an alternate, you know what I'm saying, with them 6 sacks. So I really think
like a real Chaz Green game.
Yeah. Hey man, come on. Come on, man, not Chaz.
I ain't mean to bring up
bad memories, man. Hey man, foul on the plate. Come foul, man. Foul. Come on, man. Yeah, but that's what it looked like. So you're right. They're able to pick the guy. So like you said, we're really needing Nate to step up his game. He's right on that fringe of where he goes from, GOAT status to Billy GOAT status. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
explain what that means for the viewers, Chris.
Hey man. GOAT status for us is that we always give love to the great Jeff Heath. Can you throw the picture up for us, homie? Can you throw the pictures up?
Chris,
come on, man.
Well, I'm already
throw them up.
But explain.
And so the GOAT status is when it comes to number of plays or games. So a guy, when if they're playing games, that 20, 25 snap type count, they looking like the GOAT, Jeff Heath. The greatest to ever do it, the greatest of all time, Jeff Heath. But hey man, but if you turn around and get outside of that framework when you're a backup, when you get outside of that 3 to 5 game stretch, you start going into your area where you're in deep water. You're out of your zone, and it's more than you can handle. And Nate is really into that 6-7 game stretch right now in his first full season of playing ball, and he's starting to show his inexperience, his lack of technique in certain things, and just not being able to really take that role on fully, which we understand. This being his first year,
and he's a backup. This might be his second year, but he's a backup.
Yeah, this is first year in the NFL playing in games. So he's a backup. So now he's into the deep water, and we need him to kind of hang on for maybe 1, maybe 2 more games so we can get Tyler Guyton back. Hopefully Tyler plays this week, or maybe Tyler can definitely be back ready to go next week, because we're gonna need him for these last 3 games and hopefully into the postseason.
Yeah. Chris, I think that Vikings linebackers, led by Andrew Van Ginkel. I think they're a good group, man. Now that's coming from me being a fan of the team with the worst linebacker group in the NFL.
Indeed.
But I think that the Vikings got a solid little linebacker group.
Okay, so if your linebacker group is solid, that means they're going to be able to fill, be able to get to the ball, want to kind of play and can work through trash and be clean, and they're pretty decent against tight ends. Yeah. So this week with Jake Ferguson, kind of hampered a little bit. How do you think that's going to bode for them in that situation?
So you got to look at how they choose to use guys. And this is one of the things that Flores does well. Ivan Pace, I want to say he's like a third or fourth year guy. He's not too great against the run, right? But when it comes to defending the pass and being out in space, not necessarily covering guys, man. No, I wouldn't want him doing that. But just being in space, rushing the pass and things of that nature. And just working through the trash to get to the quarterback. He does that very well. And
Flores, so he's your pass rushing linebacker.
Yes. And Flores doesn't put him in situations that he can't be useful. We talk ad nauseum, that's a TI word of the day, about how your coordinator should put guys in positions for success. I think Flores does that well with Ivan Pace.
Okay. So if we see Pace on the field, we can be expecting him. We want to try to put him in a position where he's going to move forward. But our goal is to make him move backwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of like what teams did to like Donovan Wilson.
Oh yeah.
They made Dono have to move back.
Yeah, make him run back. Yeah.
Different position, but the thought process is still the same. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But then they like I said, Van Ginkel is kind of like the leader of the defense in a lot of ways. But what's the other cat's name? Andrew Wilson, I think his name is.
Okay.
No, Eric Wilson. Eric Wilson. He's kind of like the second in command, the lieutenant.
Okay.
You served, so you kind of know it a little bit better than me.
He Lieutenant Dan? Is he Lieutenant Dan? Okay. Because
But he's their run stoppy guy. He's their run stoppy guy.
All right.
He got good vision, but he also ain't too bad at pass rushing. But yeah, he also is very versatile.
Okay, so what you do is you got capable working linebackers. I mean, that should be such a delight to know that.
I wonder how that feel, Chris.
I wonder how having two sides. I wonder how that would feel like to have guys who just fill in space. Get through trash. Tackle well, tackle in space, and so I think you got. So you're trying to figure out on that night. You're trying to pick your scrub in there, and then your linebacking core, and you really don't have a mismatch in that situation. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the explosive, twitchy tight end that can give Van Ginkel. I don't know if I'm making it right. Van, Wink, Kate, whatever. I look at when I see him and Avalone, I think of they both the same dudes. They just swap out unless they play against each other because they remind me so much of each other the way they play. Both physical, get to the ball, make the right plays, and I think they got the matching pieces with the other linebackers that's going to be able to match up pretty well with us, especially in the run game and the pass game.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
so how them corners looking?
At the back end, he's not a corner, but they got the great white hope back there, Harrison Smith.
Oh yeah. Hey, Harrison out here still doing the thing, huh?
And he's still playing okay. He's playing okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I wouldn't try him. Like I wouldn't go out there and just deliberately try the guy because I think that he's having an okay year. Okay. Coverage has kind of been like his forte.
Gotcha.
So and he can hit.
Yeah. I mean, he gonna be a step up and hit you. So he's still the wily vet. What's going on, champ? How you doing today, man?
What's going on, Shaheem? Appreciate you checking in, bro.
Hey, my dude.
But yeah, man, Harrison still does well for somebody that's a little bit older now. He like 35, 36. So
is he that old?
He old, man.
Man, Harrison old. I mean, oh,
he was drafted in 2012.
Jesus.
Crazy, right? And we getting old, Chris. We getting old. But then they got.
Hey man, hold on, bro. We're not gonna go past that. 13 years.
Yeah.
For a lighter melanin defensive player in the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Harrison is hats off to Harrison, man. That's dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. But I want him to lose it. I want to be able to lose a step and be able to make some plays on him. So knowing that he's gonna come up and hit you, that's gonna be something different.
They got the lesser. They got the lesser Byron Murphy. Not Byron Murphy that played for Seattle. And right. That. Yeah, this is a different Byron Murphy.
Okay.
He ain't so hot. I think that if you was to find a scrub on this team,
that's your guy.
I'm targeting Byron Murphy.
Okay. 30
times a game.
Wow. So he's kind of like how they did last week with Reed for the Lions. They targeted him and went at him. Exactly. Murphy's your guy.
Exactly.
This week. Okay.
Dude from Philly. What's Buddy's name?
He's talking about
Sidney Brown.
Oh, okay.
No, not Sidney Brown. What? I forget the dude's name. But Sidney Brown does play for the Eagles. Let me see. His name is Adoree Jackson. No, not Adoree. Is it Adoree? Yeah, it is. It was Adoree Jackson. We targeted Adoree Jackson. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. No, but what I'm saying last week it was Reed. It was Reed, the cornerback for the Lions.
Oh, for Detroit.
Yeah. He was that. But yeah. Oh yeah, Adoree Jackson, man. Adoree Jackson is always that guy that you.
He was a buffet out there.
Yeah, delish.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious. Yeah.
So if I had to think of a plan of attack to target this Vikings defense, I would run away from that combination of Hargrave and Allen. They're generally right next to each other. They don't tend to have much space in between them. They best buddies. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, right. Well, I mean that's fitting because one's a one. Yeah, that's the 1 year 3 tech. So I can understand that.
No. They play Allen on the edge a lot.
Oh, okay. That's different. That's different. Yeah. Kind of move him around like how they do. My man in Kansas City, move him around.
Yeah, Chris Jones.
Yeah, like Chris Jones. Gotcha.
So they'll generally have the other dude's name is Jalen Redmond, and then bring one of their linebackers down. Like I said, they'll bring Ivan Pace down and have him rush the passer a lot and stuff like that. I would attack the opposite side. I wouldn't run at Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have a really great success of doing that when he was with Washington. So so you kind of want to pick your poisons. I think you want to kind of maybe get behind your stronger side, especially when running, which will probably be the right side because that's where Terrence is better at run blocking than pass blocking. So we'll probably have to run to the right and just hopefully we can have a steady flowing run game. Looking for somebody to step it up. Looking for Malik Davis to help be able to spell Javonte. Definitely want to get more, have to maybe touch base with our people and see how some of those other guys are progressing.
I personally, I ain't, of course, my phone ain't gold, but it's like stainless steel.
Yeah, we can tap in.
I haven't checked with anybody to see like what the dynamic of that RB2 position is like.
Right.
But from what I've been seeing, that's Malik's job.
Yeah. I mean that's fine. But if we can get something, we need a little hope. We need a little something to sustain us a little bit. Hope. And listen, man, hope springs eternal. It's Christmas time. We giving love at Christmas time, man. You know what I'm saying? The couple up the street, the folks downstairs, they need all the love and your tender care, man. They gotta get it, man. How they gonna do it without us, man? We need some hope in Cowboy land with the running back room, man. I need something.
For sure. And I think that you kind of been seeing like that deterioration of the running back room because we haven't had anybody to spell Javonte.
Yeah, man. And I think that and that kind of we become one dimensional due to lack of production. You see what I'm saying? So as much as there was so much questioning about one question from us but a lot of question of effort and things of that nature. You still don't want to become one dimensional. You still want to be able to say, hey, can we get a little more from our running game?
Yeah.
In the next couple weeks. Yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. Because
how have the Vikings been against the run this season so far?
Let me actually check about that, Chris. Let me
check.
So starting off, they played. Matter of fact, the beginning of the season don't matter. I want to see how they did recently.
Yeah, let's say last 5 games.
So Washington, forget about it, right?
Right.
Now Seattle did put a little on them on the ground.
Okay.
Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet both had 50+ yards.
Okay, so 100 yards. Okay, a little bit over 100.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's check out Josh Jacobs with the Packers. Josh Jacobs. No. This was the backup because I think Jacobs missed that game. It was Emmanuel Wilson. He put up 100 on the ground on them.
Okay.
Now the second game against the Bears. Let's see what it was like. DeAndre Swift put a 90 piece. And that was when Cal Monunga, started to get his
start cooking.
First game he had 23 on 12 carries. But he didn't to it. And let's see how King Henry looked. He had 75.
So
they are.
So I need. Yeah. So I need a strong 50 from Devontae, and I need a smooth 45 from Malik.
That's not.
I need 100. I need 100 yards rushing on the ground. I think very
doable. That seems doable. Now don't get me wrong, Javonte is top 5 in the NFL in rushing right now, but he's not a name like Kenneth Walker. Emmanuel Hudson, I think his name was for the Packers. Emmanuel was it Hudson? Emmanuel Wilson. He's a young guy and he's not a name, right? But besides that, you looking at Walker and Charbonnet,
gotcha.
DeAndre Swift, Derrick Henry. Those are all like household names that when it comes
absolutely
to
right
for them to be able to put up big numbers, right?
Yeah.
I can't recall the last time that they played like a lesser running back. That might have been the Chargers. That Chargers game and that Packers game. But even then, Kimani Vidal put up 100 on them. You know what I'm saying?
So how many?
It's not just household names. It seems like they getting ran on by the younger guys too.
So my question in the last 5 games, how many 100-yard rushes have they allowed?
Single rushers or by a team?
Single rusher.
Okay, single rusher. Seattle didn't get it. The Packers did. DeAndre Swift had 90. I ain't going
close.
So 1 in the last 5 games by a single person.
Okay, but 75 by a couple of rushers.
Yeah, 75. I mean, yeah. The
reason
you watch that game and then burn the film, right?
Right. But what I'm saying is that what I'm looking at to keep us balanced, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not so much depending on my pass game, Flournoy, Lamb, Pickens, Ferguson. I'm not looking for those guys. I've got to get to the 75 to 100-yard threshold. So that's the mandate I put on Brian to be able to do that. Mandate on Brian is to get over 100 yards rushing, to stay consistent to the run so that we can manage this game and go in the direction we want to go. We usually play really, really well. We play our best football at home. It's kind of showing us some of the lack with the depth of our defense to be able to carry it on the road. But the 2 things you want to carry on the road when you play, you want to carry a run game, which we haven't been able to sustain the way we want to, and you won't be able to have your defense travel. So that's our biggest thing. Their defense of being able to try to dictate tempo, dictate to the point of how we want to move the football, because we know we can throw it. We just don't want to become one-dimensional.
Absolutely. And man, it sucks that throughout the whole year they haven't gotten running back 2 right this year. They've gotten some help everywhere else. I think they got help on the defensive line with Quentin Williams. They got help in the linebacker room with Overshawn.
And Logan Wilson.
And Logan Wilson. The cornerbacks to be determined, right?
Right.
But yeah, man, the running back room, there hasn't been an answer.
Nobody
Guy.
came to help
Mhm.
Javonte. Yeah, yep. You're right. You're right. I mean,
Now, do you think that was just them being overconfident in what just one guy could do in Javante,
no, no.
or
You just had no. You just had people that didn't show up. Jaden
Mhm.
Blue didn't show up. They just finally brought Malik up where he could be able to go full time and make
Mhm.
sure that everything's on. And then you turn around, you got Israel McCampbell, you got him late. You haven't given the ball to our up back. You haven't given the ball to Hunter Lemke.
Yeah,
And this
paid him for what, to pass block.
yeah, I mean that's what we paid him to do, and that was a part for me, honestly,
Mhm.
bro, was very nerve wracking to say the
Yeah,
least. You pay
yeah,
this guy extra money to be a H back, a dual guy, catch it out the backfield, kind of like your ram check for the 49ers, how he is. He's that that versatile guy, and you haven't used him, and that just goes to I know you don't judge rookies,
Mhm.
but you're gonna have to judge your play caller eventually because he's not
Yeah.
utilizing all the weapons that they ended up paying for. So that's another person.
Sometimes the guys just can't do it though. You know what I'm saying?
But guess what? But you don't
Jaden
know.
is
But you don't
like,
know.
and the thing is, like I said, I don't judge rookies, but Jaden Blue hasn't even been able to get on the field because of like his classroom and practice ethic. Um, they had to call him Malik Davis. They've been telling Malik Davis don't let his lease break for
Oh
years.
yeah. Oh no.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, they've been having that dude. They've been having that dude up in the hotel. Then
Yeah.
he finally decided to go get him a little apartment.
So think about this. That guy that's been on retainer for all of these years, they had to give him work.
Yeah, they had to
That,
call.
that's not speaking to his ability. That's speaking of the dire straits that they're in.
Yeah, I mean, you're spot on. So that kind of puts the priority of doing certain things that we're going to be talking about later about acquiring a every down guy
Mhm.
in
But
in the
that's not what a league is anymore. The Cowboys want to have that premier guy show up for jersey sales.
yeah.
What
But you want to have
it works
go ahead.
to have a very strong committee. Look at Seattle. Look at Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
But the
That
thing about Detroit, they do
Chicago.
have.
Chicago now.
But yeah, that is true. DeAndre Swift and Kyle Montgomery, yeah, Monunga, yeah, that's true. But you still want to have that both guys are capable to stay fresh and be explosive in certain things. Because the thing with Monunga is that he can be the power and the explosion guy,
Yeah.
whereas Swift can be the shifty third down
Mhm.
guy.
Be
So
swift.
yeah. He can be swift,
Yeah.
absolutely. So that's what you want to be. You
Mhm.
just don't have that right now. You just got Javante, and Javante is doing such an amazing job, going over
Yeah.
1,000 yards. That's
Mhm.
great for him, first time in his
Having the
career,
best season of his career.
best one. But hey, he's sitting there like the Kevin Hart meme. Help
Mhm.
me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Somebody. So that's
Mhm.
that's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. So if you flip it, you done with their defense?
Um, do you think that they are going to be able to sufficiently hold off CD Lamb?
No, I don't think
I think
anybody
that
can do.
this is one of the easiest defensive back rooms that you've gone against in a while, in my opinion.
I mean, I like the fact I like our chances against anybody.
Yeah.
It's always predicated of how much do we have to score and how perfect we have to be offensively
Yeah.
against them. How perfect does Rain in the offense have to be if we can get some stops, dude?
Mhm.
I mean, I long to see whoever's punter is for the other team. I long to see him, man,
Mhm.
because that lets me know that I'm getting an opportunity for my offense to get the advantage.
Mhm.
When I see guys go and have career days on us, man, it's
Mhm.
just it's just disheartening. You
Yeah.
made Bo Nix look like he was the second coming of John
Elway.
Elway. You made Caleb Williams look like the best quarterback the Browns have ever had the Bears have ever had because they've never had a quarterback. You turned
Yep.
around last week, man. Jared Goff. I don't even think they had to wash his jersey. You got to
Nope.
make these guys, make them work. So that's my problem.
Hmm. Shaheem in the chat said we should sit CD because he's coming off a concussion. I'm not gonna entertain that foolishness.
Hey, Shaheem, just worry about Garrett doing what he's supposed to do. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry about over here. We appreciate you coming over and talk. We're gonna go ahead. I mean, but honestly, Shane, I understand you caring about his physical health and things because Ryan Flournoy can really step up and foot the bill. I mean, to be honest, you might want to have that happen so we can go ahead and find out what Mingo and Tolbert's doing because
I ain't trying to do that right now. That's early season conversations, Chris.
No.
We know what our depth chart is right now. The fight is over. The fight is over.
No, but what I'm saying, I mean, I don't want to have to fight. I don't want to tussle, but I gotta find out if, God forbid, if George gets dinged up, then who can I put out? Can Mingo go out there at the X and do X type things?
The answer is Ryan Flournoy.
So your question is if CD or Pickens go out, it's Ryan Flournoy.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
He's proved that.
I mean, he's proven it.
Step into the 2 role, the 3 role. They just got to figure that out. This isn't the time where I would want to experiment because Philly is kind of tumbling right now. They're floundering. And
listen, they haven't. We haven't taken advantage of that. I don't want to talk about them doing anything. There's still too many games ahead of us for me to start thinking about what they're going to do. I need to make sure that if God forbid something happens to one of my 1A or 1Bs, and I put Ryan Flournoy into that spot, how am I doing in the other areas if I need to put? So if CD goes out, I can put Flournoy in there.
So when CD went out like halfway through the game last week, who stepped in to get those 3 reps?
Oh, it was Ryan Flournoy.
No. Flournoy was the 2. Who was the 3 of them?
Man, did they throw it to him? Was it Tolbert? Was it Minko? You can't even remember. Yeah, you can't even tell. Yeah, you can't tell who got targeted.
Yeah. Now that could yeah. Of course it's Jay Ferguson, but let's see. They didn't. Jonathan Mingo got some snaps. He got a target, but he didn't catch anything. If Tolbert was in, he didn't get a target. It would have been Turpin. Like of course Ferg is gonna be your 3rd guy, but it would have been Turpin, which upsets me because I don't necessarily need to see him on offense for real.
For real, I don't need to see him nowhere near offensively.
Yeah. But yeah, man. But I don't need to see that. I don't need to see like a competition and CD just for competition's sake. That's like week 2 thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's early in the season, and I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing right now. I'm in the heat of trying to win these next 4 games. I got to win these next 4 games.
Chris, I'm trying to go 1-0 each week.
Okay, I'm with you. So starting this week, I need to go 1-0.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now flipping it over to the opposite side of the ball, Chris. The Vikings offense hasn't been like super good this year. JJ McCarthy's had his ups and downs. Sucks because I really like him coming out. And for what it's worth, this is his rookie year because he didn't even get to play a snap last year.
Got you.
So it's unfair to kind of judge him in that way. But last week was really like his first like full very good game. Now, and it didn't put up like the numbers that you would hope to see. He didn't even have 200 passing yards, but he was very efficient, scored multiple times, and didn't give the ball away for real. But he also got sacked 4 times. You know what I'm saying?
He got the ball. He got the ball out to his tight ends. He, got the ball to his tight ends. He did have the Cowboy killer, Aaron Jones playing. The current Cowboy killer. So, very very efficient game. I think it was 60. I think he said 16 to 26.
Yeah, 16 to 23. That's almost
16 to 23. 70% passing, not putting the ball in hard, and that's his game. That's been his game. He's gonna be very efficient, keep it nice and easy.
College, that was his game. He's giving the ball away.
He's giving, but that's when he's most effective. when it's nice, simple, easy throws. You're gonna get out here again with a real threat in Justin Jefferson against our secondary. So the goal is to be able to get pressure. They did get 4 sacks on him last week. That's the goal, to try to speed him up, cause him to start, looking around. And we're gonna have to play that 5-man front, man. It's gonna be imperative that we keep that 5-man front going and start getting some pressure and using that to dictate what we do to speed him up.
Yeah.
Because given time, he's gonna find the right guy. Still, go ahead.
That right guy most of the year hasn't been Justin Jefferson.
No, it hasn't. He hasn't had a great season.
Really gotten the chance to establish that quarterback receiver connection yet.
Right.
Jet only has 2 games with 100+ yards this year.
Absolutely. He's had a down season, and it's been because of the quarterback play.
Even with that, debacle that the Commanders had, he only had 2 catches for 11 yards the whole game.
Yeah. I mean, the week before, I think he maybe had 1, maybe 2 catches. He has
4 yards. 4 yards.
Dude, he has been highly frustrated. But a lot of times, man, what have we been this year?
We've been Disneyland, man. We've been Disneyland, the place where dreams come true.
Hey, man, we help you get right. We help you get right. So this week is going to be how do we get after him, and how we drop and maybe muddy his vision up with people in areas this week.
Mm-hmm. So if you look at the Vikings offensive line, they got quite a few first-round picks on that line. They got Christian Darrisaw and rookie Donovan Jackson, both first-round picks. Christian Darrisaw, this is like his 5th year in the league.
He's coming back off injury.
Yes, he is.
Salute to him, one of the best left tackles in all of football.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a dog. He's a dog.
Let's go Hokies.
But the opposite side of their line is a little bit more acceptable. You know what I'm saying? I think that their right guard, Will Fries, I think if you can find the scrub, that's gonna be where it's at.
Okay.
So
say it again.
Will Fries.
Okay, and he's what, a guard? He's the guard center. Where is he?
He's the right guard. He's the right guard.
Okay.
I think if you was to find the weak spot on their line, that would be it.
Okay. So opportunity for Quentin Williams, Osa, and Kenny Clark to work that magic. Yeah.
I also think that because Clowney has been practicing again, so if he can play, I could see him attacking. I'm not sure if he's going to be over Darrisaw or Brian O'Neill, the right tackle, but I could see him having plenty of opportunity for success.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Hey man, listen, I need something from somebody. I'm kind of looking for an opportunity for Izzy to show me something so I can get him cooking a certain kind of way, because I've needed him to kind of step things up a little bit here last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Even though he's been getting pressure, I kind of, I was calling for him to have a breakout game against the Lions. Didn't get that from him. I'm gonna need something from him to go 1-0, because that's what we're trying to do this week. Yeah.
The guy that I think that you might have to watch out for is TJ Hawkinson. Like I said, a lot of these coaches ain't stupid for real. You know what I'm saying? Kevin O'Connell is a very good offensive mind.
True.
You saw he's done bringing Sam Darnold's career back to life. And I can see them putting their tight ends in position to take advantage of our linebacker room.
I mean, we when we had it to the point where we had Brock Bauer as the only guy we had to worry about a couple weeks ago, back when we played against the Raiders. We kind of locked him up pretty much.
That's we also remember they traded away their wide receiver one.
That's true. Okay, but then when you turn around, you had Kelsey the next week. You kind of got him bottled up pretty much too.
Oh, though, Chris.
Hmm?
Oh, Kelsey like 35.
Hey! Listen, man, we not gonna have no slander on the Hall of Fame career of Travis Kelsey.
Hall of Fame career for sure. Hall of Fame career for sure. But TJ Hawkinson ain't even 30, Chris.
Okay. And listen, All I'm saying to you is this. This is going to be this is going to be the second. This is going to be like in this 4-week stretch because you missed Laporta against the Lions because he was out. So you got TJ. You got to deal with Hawkins. That's going to be the guy you're going to try to kind of bottle up and contain. I think if you're going to, you got to kind of say, who am I going to take away from you? Yep. Okay. If we're going to say, hey, we're going to take away Justin Jefferson, then we're going to have to corral and really come in and tackle and game tackle, cover Hawkinson. My thing is that I don't have that linebacker who can run like that and do those certain things. So am I going to expect Overshown to run with him and do that?
So apparently there may be a little bit of a change up in the linebacker room. Coach Schottenheimer hinted at that yesterday in his presser. Now, who knows if that means that Kenneth. I'm not even gonna say his whole name. That's just Kenneth. If he's gonna see the snaps.
Hey, is K. I ain't gonna put him K nothing. I ain't gonna give him K. Hey man, is that dude not that dude that every week is the worst linebacker in the NFL? Is he gonna be on the field?
That dude, man, dude from Oklahoma now. You know what I'm saying? Dude from Oklahoma.
Homie from Oklahoma. Yeah, he used to play at Oklahoma. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, man. So it could mean that Buddy is gonna see less snaps.
Good.
But I gotta see that happen. You know what I'm saying?
But that's his name, Buddy. Is Buddy going? Is Buddy going? Hey, it's your man's. Is your man's not gonna be on the field as much? But the problem is when you take him off, right? Now he's terrible, right?
Yeah.
But Logan ain't that much better.
You're right.
So,
but I think that's because Logan Wilson. Hey, Chris, I gotta give you credit.
Yeah, I that's true. I get that. Logan I get that.
Body's not right yet. He can see things and try to get there.
Yeah,
he just not back at 100% yet. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay, but but Buddy don't see nothing. He don't see it. He don't react to it.
I don't think he know how to play football, Chris.
No, I think he know how to do it, or like he got the body for it. Yeah. And when you go back and look, it's just so many times that he's taking bad angles in bad position.
He's putting himself in bad position,
and he puts it
out of place.
Yeah. He just makes everything a liability for a lot of different things. So I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Okay.
So I don't think dude know how to play football, man. I don't think so. I don't think that he is absorbing what the coaching staff and that's for me to say something positive about Matt Eberflus. I don't think that he is absorbing what the coaches are asking of him. And really that made me mad because I had to defend Matt Eberflus when I said that.
Yeah, so I mean you take some
a grim realization.
Come again?
That is a grim realization that I just had to defend Matt Eberflus because Kenneth Murray don't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean he don't have the requisite pieces around him because his linebacking core is so inadequate. So in that situation, you're kind of
He's supposed to be the whisperer.
The who?
The linebacker whisperer.
You can't lie. You can't whisper. You can't whisper if you ain't got guys to do it.
And look.
Man. Hey man. Yeah, he don't have to do. He doesn't have the pieces to do it. His linebacker room will be 100% better in March and April, when you get rid of some folks and you bring some people in. But I can guarantee you, at least 2 or 3 guys who make your linebacker room, they're not on this roster.
Yeah, no,
they're not on this roster. They may not even be. They may not be out of college. They might not be out of college. So
I ain't mad at it.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
But back to what I was saying though, Chris. I think that it's easy for these teams to see where the Cowboys' weakness is. Kevin O'Connell is a smart coach. Very, very smart offensive mind. And it wouldn't surprise me if he attacks the middle of the field where these linebackers are with like TJ Hawkinson, for example. And even though he hasn't really gotten right, Justin Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? it wouldn't surprise me. Because as much as we talked about finding the scrub for the Vikings, it's every team can see that Kenneth Murray is our scrub.
Yeah, but I mean, Kenneth Murray's a scrub, but they also pick on Bland. But here's the other guy they can also turn around and pick on. Jordan Addison's gonna be out there. Yo, man, you can pick on Sharon Ravel.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So if we can't get any pressure on young JJ McCarthy and make him uncomfortable, to make him do what he does, which is give the ball away, this might be a long day for us.
Yeah. And we once again talked about this backstage. Isn't that why you need probably your best corner on the team in Trevon Diggs to play?
You definitely need Trevon Diggs to come play to be able to slow this thing down a bit. I think if I can get Trevon over there against Justin Jefferson, then I can turn around and try to work some magic against Jordan Addison, and then which gives me the ability to maybe kind of help out underneath with Hockenson again. If he gets in the middle of the field around Kenneth Murray and things of that nature. So it's going to be imperative that he comes back. But if he doesn't, then you're kind of looking at a situation where you're hoping and praying that you get some kind of pass rush. And I don't know where I'm going to really get that from. If Clowney comes back, then I can maybe get a semblance of it. Houston showed me a little bit the other day, but I don't have that guy.
Early. He showed early. James Houston.
He showed, but that's right. But if they turn around and adjust, what does Eberflus do to make to counter that adjustment?
Yeah.
So that's what's up.
Chris, do you think that Trevon Diggs is gonna suit up anymore this year?
I hope so. I need him to get to where I want to get to. I'm gonna need Trevon Diggs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need him.
It seems like that battle with him and Britt Brown is probably the thing that's keeping him off the field right now. What do you think?
Well, he was limited this week, so he's limited. I need to get him back. If I want to be competitive to go 1-0 this week, I'm gonna need my best corner. It's already, it's all out the way. Hey, we don't want to work out here. We don't want to do this, that, and the third. But when it comes to on the field, he is my best corner on this football team right now.
Yeah.
Even though we were hoping that Sharon Ravel would be that guy out the gate, you didn't. Others did. Yeah. Expecting great things from a rookie. But he's showing you rookie tendencies right now, and him trusting that knee 100%.
I'm not gonna hold that again.
Okay, I am, because I'm gonna hold on because I seen him get a pass over his head, like he was in high school.
Yeah.
So
I mean that comes with that rookie inexperience though. I can't hold it against him, man.
I'm gonna hold it against him if you're standing flat foot and the ball just goes right over your head.
For sure.
Okay.
Now I can say this though, Chris. I believe that Quinn is probably gonna have a good game. Because I think that the Vikings could be had in the middle. Like I said, I point to their right guard. Excuse me. You got to be able to take advantage of somebody. Put your best guy, their worst guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the area to attack. So if the Cowboys are not going to be like a leaky faucet, you got to get pressure up front and take advantage of a guy in JJ McCarthy who's been able to give the ball away and run into a lot of sacks actually this year. So it all starts up front.
Right. He ran into 4 last week against the Commanders. This is his 7th game played this year. Throw some different things at him, get him a little confused, get him a little flustered. And it's all quarterbacks, no one likes pressure up the middle. So we can hope that happens this week.
Yeah.
And then and if we can do that with Quentin, then maybe we can get pressure there, because I don't think you're going to get a lot of pressure against Darisaw. I don't think you have an elite guy to do that right now. And we're going to have to manufacture pressure any way we can possible.
Yeah, I agree. You got to find out a way to help your linebacker room though. You have to, Chris, because like you mentioned Jordan Addison. We both mentioned Justin Jefferson. This is a receiver room that can pick you apart.
Oh yeah, without question. If you give him time, he's efficient enough, and he's going to when he's giving the ball away, it's because he's been sped up. It's not that he's not seeing it. He's pretty accurate in certain. And the thing about it, you got to worry about him he's a kind of streaky quarterback. He'll get hot in the third quarter, get hot in the fourth quarter, and try to drive this thing back. So it's going to have to be a complete game. It's going to have to be to the point that the lights may be too bright for him, which I don't think it is because of the way he played in school. We don't want to talk about that place right now, and things of that nature. So we're just trying to keep things under wrap, keep putting pressure on him from the right guard position. Hopefully we can get something from Clowney. He can play and get some breakout from Izrako if he can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chris, Kyle Pitts having a night right now, by the way.
Hey, and listen, man. About time.
For sure.
I mean, and we've been in the league 5 years. About time.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, Chris, going back to what you were saying, man. You gotta get JJ off of his timing.
Yeah, you gotta get him off his square.
And with him, this being his first year actually playing, look how easy it was for Jared Goff to pick apart the Cowboys because he was able to stay on time on every play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Methodically every single play.
That's a time, but that's a timing operation. So I understand. Yeah. Detroit is a timing operation. Yeah.
That'll help a rookie. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. If you can stay on rhythm, not worry about a pass rush, you can start getting comfortable in certain areas. The number one goal is you got to generate pressure. So it's going to be up to Matt and his guys up front to find the person that they can exploit and get some early pressures and get some things going in that direction. Yep.
So, all right, Chris, it's about time. Give me your score prediction.
Well, going back last week, I did say I wanted the 40 burger, didn't I? It just was on the other side. Them folks served it up to me. They haven't been a team that's been really blown out. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys with the win Sunday night, getting back on the right track, getting back over 500, and I want to say we win 30-17. Cowboys. Cowboys. Good night with the running game. Kind of keep playing a little bit of keep away, but just a resurgence for George Pickens as well as CD getting back, and the Cowboys won 30-17 handily.
Yeah. I think that it's so. You mentioned how Aaron Jones historically does pretty well against the Cowboys, right?
Right.
I could see him having a big game, so I could see it being 24. Let's see. I'll say 24-30 Cowboys.
Okay. So it's gonna be a thriller.
I'm not sure if you would call it a thriller. I think that they're gonna have a lot of success on the ground, not necessarily in the air.
So you think Aaron Jones gonna get in there and running down our throat?
Yeah, man. He's always done well against Dallas, though.
Wow, man, that's really disheartening. But all we need is a dub because at the end of the day, we gotta go 1-0.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, all right. Well, man, that's what's up, man. Cowboys win. Cowboys win. We'll be right back here. Listen, man, thank y'all for kicking it, man. Shaheed, thank you for always following through, man. Always coming through and doing on the rerun, man, on the repeat and showing us some love. We're gonna be able to get together. We're gonna be checking out a couple of different things we're trying to get incorporated with high schools and getting ready for the draft and things of that nature. But always do the 4 things we need, man. We need you to like, we need you to share, we need you to subscribe, and we need you to comment bottom, man. Definitely do that. We definitely appreciate it every time you do that, man, so that we can continue to keep putting out this dope content when we get the opportunity with life and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Put that out there for us. So, yo, man, as always, man, we the two dudes right now at the Walmart shaking the bell, making sure you drop donations in so the people across the country don't have maybe have a little food on their table and kick it like that, man. And I'm Chris, man. This is my man Brandon, and we will forever and ever be Frankly Football, man. So until next time, peace.